The nebulas recently expanded in Infinite Galaxy, leading to the possibility of territory disputes, rearranging of where you're located, and, well, I'm hoping some really cool stuff in the future. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and this video has been sponsored by the makers of Infinite Galaxy. In the most recent patch, a number of things changed that are really important to talk about because the galaxy or nebula that we're playing in and everybody's playing in has changed pretty significantly. So let's review some of these changes very briefly to talk about why they matter so much. And the first thing they changed is that they redesigned the Starfield stages so that there are 24 of them instead of 12. This is kind of a big deal. Also, occupying any Starfield stage gives you access to all of those Starfield stages. Now, the Starfield stages you can see on the map, they're these icons right over here that I'm pointing to. There are now 24 of them. There are way more access points into the inner zones than there were before. However, this patch now also more clearly differentiates the Starfield stages, which are the access from the outermost zone to the middle zone, from the passes that go from the middle zone to the inner zone. And you can see, by the way, the icon is even different now. Those are the AGN gates. They're all around the center. There are now more of those, but let's review that in the notes over here. There is a total of 8 AGN gates, and each gate can now only be occupied by one alliance. This means that if you want to get access to the center zone, you're going to have to own one of these gates in order to get in there because each one can only be owned by one alliance at a time. In addition, if we just get a look at the gate itself, zoom all the way into the system, it does look like there is a little buff that you're getting by virtue of occupying it. That is a 4% navigate speed boost. I looked at several of these, and it seems that the boost is the same for all of them. But if I just go to the opposite end of that portion of the nebula, we can see it's the 4% navigate speed boost. Hey, I'll take the extra navigate speed. I'm not a huge fan of travel time in games. I get the role that it plays in a logistics game like Infinite Galaxy, but you know, I used to joke that I spent so much time walking around in World of Warcraft, I spent more time walking than I did battling. Now, there are more changes that are important to talk about here. There were some changes to flagships that, okay, I don't want to get into the details there because you can read that in the notes and it's fairly complex. But if we look at the inner zone itself, what I do want to talk about is the fact that there are now more systems to explore, which is all upside from the perspective of using your scouts to go and explore and prospect and investigate, right? All of that is good. But if we look at the systems themselves, I was like, oh man, I'll just go, wait a minute, battle some pirates? There's not high-level pirates here. What's going on? I'll just go gather some resources. Wait, level 4 is the highest resource node? Stop it. Plasma's, no, wait, level 3? What? So I would be inclined to believe that these zones, which are, you know, right near where our city is, I'm right over here. Here's my spaceport. I was just trying to go check these out, and maybe I go gathering them. Well, no, probably not. These are almost certainly going to change, I would think, to be something more compelling. I don't know why you would have these sorts of space fillers and go through all the effort of expanding the galaxy only to put such meaningless systems there. So I'm inclined to believe this is a part of a sort of incremental expansion of the space in the center. And the best justification I've heard for having all that extra space is you could put some farm alliances there, but that is really, really not compelling to me. Although, I will say we recently hit Command Center 25. And when we look at the resource cost to go to Command Center 26, we're talking about 56 million titanium steel, 48.5 million deuterium, 12.5 million nickel. Oh my gosh, and 5.6 million plasma. I mean, yeah, okay. This is either going to be in the realm of 400,000 corium to make this upgrade, and that's not even speeding it up, or Or, I mean, I suppose you better have some farms going. And if I got some farms going, maybe that's what you use that new space for in the nebula, to get at least some of those resources that you're really going to need on your journey. A few other things on our own journey. We've recently upgraded the Artemis. We modified it to the next tier, so it's now rank 7. We went and we modified our Brontes, which is now rank 8. And I noticed, by the way, the rank 9 Brontes gets really good. You get more kinetic weapon attack. You get the next level of the Fortify Cruiser Core, which is giving you cruiser attack and hit points. You get the next level of total warship attack when you're above 70%, which, by the way, is really good for the Brontes. The way that shields seems to be working really keeps you at that high health for a long period of time, right up until all your warships are getting wrecked anyways. Yeah, no, a rank 9 Brontes would be pretty sweet. And I still find myself questioning, when is the Hephaestus actually going to be worth it over something like the Brontes? If you've been keeping track of the testing we've been doing, it's not looking so good. And now that I ranked up my Brontes yet again, man, I just don't know how many more levels of VIP I'm going to have to get. Maybe I've got to get to at least 10 or 11 before we start to see this VIP flagship really start to kick the teeth out of, or gosh, kick the teeth out of, or even get even with the Brontes, okay? So I'm not calling for a nerf to the Brontes. I am just pointing out that if the Brontes is in fact better than all those other flagships, that focus on that instead of this one potentially. We'll see. I'm going to keep working on it and wailing on it to see exactly how it's going. I've got another $100 bundle here that I can get and test that out. Look for that in a future video. Now, before we close out this video, I save up all of my prototype devices, at least I've been doing this recently, to open in videos. So we've got 36 prototype devices and 12 flagship prototype devices. Let's just rip these open real quick and see what we get. 12 flagship prototype devices netted me 3 blueprints of the Hades. Okay. And then the 36 secret prototype devices. Please, give me something good. I don't even know what good would be in this instance. Maybe some more of the Artemis would be nice. What do we get, baby? What do we get? Brontes. Hey! That's a full Brontes. On the topic of Brontes. Okay, that I'm pretty happy about. This flagship seems like a pretty top-tier invest. The Peleus, I mean. The Noble Gathering Peleus. Modifying you will cost more than you'll return for me in resources. I'm okay, that's not true. Over a long period of time, it'll make its return. There's a full Nemesis. Hey, I'm not using it, but okay. There it is. Full Nemesis. Anything else? Oh, okay. Radamanthus. Sure. Full Radamanthus. Also, a flagship I'm not currently using. Destroyer related. We'll probably talk about that in tomorrow's video. And for legendary blueprints, well, we got the 600 Federation Advance credits. That's nice. And otherwise, we got 5 of the Odysseus, 15 of the Athena. Sure, I guess. 5 more of the Brontes. That was 2 complete Bronteses in there, actually, that we got. So if we look now again at the Brontes, we go to modify, and, ooh, hey, we only need 850 more? Okay, 850 more before we can do this upgrade to the Brontes. It's probably going to be a while before we've got the blueprints to do that. Right now, I could do, halfway there. So anyways, that's the update on the account. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing. We're going to be reviewing some more flagships coming up. I really am overdue for talking about why I've been slowly working on the Hades. I'm cautiously optimistic, but we'll be talking about that in a future video. So subscribe so you don't miss it. And any other updates about the expansion of the Nebula you'll certainly want to see. We'll be talking about that. And until next time, you have fun smashing your Nebula.